If right now seems like nothing is happening, that's just proof that everything is behind the scenes aligning for you. Most time it seems like our patience is tested, and whether or not you will give up just before you succeed. Uh, As the saying goes, the temptation to give up is the greatest right before you succeed. Uh, if you're at that turning point now, hold on and remain faithful to your vision and to your journey. If seems like nothing is happening, that's just certain proof that everything is going according to the higher plan. This whole journey is about being able to put yourself into the balance. I watched a great guy who is very successful in his work on personal growth and inner work, and he said that whenever he was caught in being cocky, never mind whether it's about business successes, personal life, all kinds of achievements, life would always find the way to put him back into the balance. People have most challenges in all those areas where they are putting that subject on pedestal. So whatever it is that you are finding the most challenging is for you to accomplish in your journey, that just means that you have unconsciously and on autopilot put the feeling of separation between you and that certain thing. You have put yourself in the place of being inferior between you and that certain thing, and you must always be aware that nothing is neither superior nor inferior to you, and that's the place from which you should navigate every single day of your journey. So always repeat, like a form of affirmation, I'm neither superior nor inferior to others. And that's how you will, with most ease, put yourself into the place of balance. Because exaggerating in any sense just means that you're running away from something. People who are overworking themselves are also not able to sit still and to face themselves, first of all. Um, Everything is given to us, but the question is whether or not you are able and willing to experiment. Life rewards most those who are brave to experiment and to say, you know what, to admit, I'm not the smartest, life will show me the way always. And that's where the blessings will appear in your life. I also watched, I didn't even know for this person, it's a man who had serious condition issues in his health. Fortunately, he didn't get to the surgeries as I did. He found out the breathwork techniques, and that's how he healed himself. That's even the message behind the saying, be still and know that I am God. So the greatest wealth and treasure is between two thoughts, in gap between two thoughts, in gap between two breaths, in that little window that is connection with your soul, with your higher self, with your purpose, with your subconscious. Literally, the dude was 30 years old and he should uh, go to some very serious surgery where his organs would be removed, and something really, really scary, and something that would make him incapable to live the normal, so to say, ordinary life. And imagine the power of breathing techniques. Literally, you can slow your heart rate, you can lower your stress. Most and the best thing and most important is that you are in charge of yourself. So you regain the power of yourself. You are no longer triggered. Even your appearance change for the better. Overall, the improvement of your personality and your life is greatest in many ways when you go on this journey of exploring how the breath techniques and breath work is beneficial for everybody. So I've noticed that whenever I yesterday allowed myself to be triggered and annoyed and pissed off with some stupid random daily task, and I've noticed that when I immediately became aware of what's going on and that I'm pulled upwards, I'm pulled upstream, uh, when I started to resist it, the unpleasant feeling even grew. So then I remembered, fortunately, what one of my favorite persons here and his movement recommends in those situations. Let it go and go do something that's pleasant for you. So I did it. I immediately went for a walk and enjoyed in sun, and when I came back, I literally out of nowhere solved the situation. uh, Literally out of nowhere solution for the situation came to me, and from zero effort from my part. So that's why knowledge and awareness is the biggest blessing and the biggest wealth that you can give to yourself. This breath work and breath methods and techniques, they're all free and available to you here and now. So the question is whether or not you will be interested in giving yourself time and doing the exploration. Whatever isn't working and it seems like it's stagnating, that just means that you are first of all on the brink of the breakthrough, and probably also means that you just subconsciously, through the previous patterns and mental blockages, uh, believed that that's something too important. Never give to irrelevant things too much importance, because guess what? Nothing is really too important. I mean, on this journey, we are just going through soul lessons and corrections. Every person on your journey is a teacher, and whenever you are ready, teacher for your soul appears. Everything is just the link from above. I firsthand experienced that really nothing is too much important, and as well as you put on the pedestal things that are irrelevant, and most of them are irrelevant, because guess what, everything that we acquire and accomplish here on this earth will after us remain here. So what is important are your experiences, are joy that you are always able to experience no matter the outer circumstances. Even this man who had serious health issues said that God is grace of desperation, good of desperation, grace of desperation, something like that. Meaning, in every desperation, there is blessing. There is, he said that in those hard days and moments where he felt like he's done, he literally questioned whether or not there is something that cares for us. Of course it does. And even those desperate moments and challenges and real life uh, struggles, yes, there are, but they are tests. They are tests whether or not you will be drawn in fear or you will switch to faith. And as I did when I thought that it's the end of this journey, I said, you know what? And I thought it and I felt it. If that's it, I'm at peace with it. Because I knew and I'm aware always that my power is not so great as the power of the infinite intelligence, God. Yes, I believe in God. I don't believe, as Carl Gustav Jung would say, in God. I know that there is God because I've experienced him firsthand. What I tried to remember what I was I read that last night, and it's also a great quote, I think, how it's going. I also wrote here, power isn't random, it's passed down not just through possessions, but through legacy. And that's why this inner work is important. You will set those after you free from generational curses, from traumas, from all kinds of emotional and all other kinds of baggages. There is no transformation without confirmation. Yes, that's also what I wanted to say this morning. Whatever you fear to confront, for most people, that's confronting themselves first and foremost. There's no transformation. If you are not capable and ready now to confront yourself, to look yourself deep in the eyes, and to stop blaming this, that, him, her, government, or uh, environment in which you were born, nothing will change. But when you finally say, you know what, it's all my responsibility and let's make some change and let's tell a different story, everything moves for the better. I also wrote to love is to find the other. To love is to find in the other a mirror that reveals our own shadows, and to have courage not to run from the reflection. Always, 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 whoever is giving you a hard time in your life and good time in your life is just a reflection of your inner world. So stop blaming others. If they're giving you hard time, that means that you are hard on yourself and that there must be done some improvement. This is also great to make the right choices in life. You have to get in touch with your own soul. To do this, you need to experience solitude. I'm master in solitude, which most people are afraid of. I was never, because I love my own company. because in the silence of your in the silence you hear, because in the silence you hear the truth and know the solutions. So let's read that again. To make the right choices in life, you have to get in touch with your own soul. To do this, you need to experience solitude, which for most people is frightening. Most people are afraid of it. In silence, you hear the truth and you know the solutions. This is awesome. We often search for answers outside of ourselves, in achievements, in validation, in constant motion. But the deepest guidance comes not from world, but from within. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a sacred space where you return to your essence. In that stillness, distractions fall away. In that stillness, clarity arises. And in that connection, the soul speaks. It doesn't shout, it whispers. So this is pure gold. Stop searching for answers in all wrong places. You've been given everything you ever needed to become the master of this hidden knowledge. It was hidden a long time ago, but more and more people are awakening and coming to that inner knowing how powerful and worthy they are. I remember that I had that inner knowing ever since I become aware of how this simulation works. I always felt repelled to that, so to say, traditional way of life, meaning school, high school, university, and stable job, pension, and that's it. When you get to the pension, you can enjoy your life. Really, I think that most of the people who work in some places where they are not fulfilled and where their soul is drained never even get to the pension. I know many of them. And I was blessed to, even though I was many times considered weirdo or irresponsible or a person who is not worried about the future. What do you think? How will you live? But I always knew that as long as I'm here, I'm provided, I'm safe, I'm good. I always had enough, more than enough. I have more than enough, and I will always have more than enough. My inner knowing and my certainty in goodness of the future were always more powerful than the fears that wanted to block me. And fortunately, the more the days go by, the more proofs for this my inner knowing I have. My goal always was to live my life on my own terms, to have freedom in all areas of my life, to be able to decide how 90% of my time I will spend. That's the real wealth. That's something that if you hold on and you are loyal to that movement, the entire universe literally rearrange to support you in this, because you've proven that nothing couldn't break you and nothing couldn't fright you. Yes, there were many times when I wanted to, let's say, question my soul urge. And there were times when I was like, maybe they're right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what they're saying is more valuable than what I feel. but fortunately in life I never betrayed myself, and rewardings for being loyal to myself are greater and greater every day. And if there is only one message that I could uh, give you through this movement, because we are making here movement of self-empowerment, movement of me reminding you who you are in your essence. You are God in your essence, and stop selling yourself short. So if there is only one message that this movement can leave as a legacy, even when one day I'm no longer part of this journey, is whenever you are faced with making decisions or decision, whether or not you should disappoint others or yourself, guess what? Always disappoint everybody else, but never do that one holy thing, never disappoint yourself. Message that I want to remain here after me is whether or not, and whenever you are faced with decision whether or not to disappoint all others or yourself, disappoint others. They're irrelevant anyway. There is a study where people discovered that nobody's thinking about anyone anyways. Yes, people are thinking about close family members, so on and so forth, and they wish the best for them. But in that sense, me thinking about what's my neighbor's situation and environment and home life today, no, nobody cares, because people are too caught up in their own rat races. And the saddest truth is that everybody isn't doing what they would do and what they love, because they are thinking what this or that person will think about it, what they will say. Nobody cares. So why shouldn't you follow your pet? Nobody cares, literally. Know thyself. Betray everybody, never betray your own soul. This guy who had that health issues and who cured himself through the breath work and pranayam, and literally became the I'm not sure his name, he's from India, but he's awesome, and he is now one of the best in breathwork techniques. Said that through his life his mother always was saying him, you should study, if you are good at studying you can go to one of those Harvard or never mind, but one of the famous institutions and universities. And he said, you know what, I became so good at what I love to do that famous university came to me, because he's now doing some research and things for them in order to more and more people be aware of their ability and their power to heal themselves. So what is this proving to you? This is one of the great proofs that when you are loyal to yourself and when you are brave and you have courage to disappoint everybody but never disappoint you, you literally become the greatest power in the entire universe.